Today we're going to be replacing stock shifter for the QuickShifter for the Yamaha Tracer 9, as you see here. So yeah, I have the box right here. Go ahead and see what's in there. I kind of already looked at it. Well, we have the installed instructions. Of course, we're going to read that. We have the actual QuickShifter itself. Have clips to kind of like we have to like route it through, because like the actual connector for it is right here. So that's a nice little clip. I think they sit like right here somewhere. We have one of the bottom rods, I think. We have a nut. So yeah, that's what we're about to do. About to set this bad thing up. But yes, we're gonna set this up because since the US for 2025, they did not get the GT version. The QuickShifter did not come stock. The QuickShifter did come stock are the heated grips. But I'm not gonna get the heated grips, I'm not really worried about that. But the QuickShifter was like one that I wanted, so yeah. All right, so here are the actual instructions. So that's what we're gonna be doing right here. Then you have the actual instructions on like the back and how like far you need to space it out for it to work. And then how to connect and just how like to wire it up so it's not like all in like the way. First thing first, we're gonna have to take this shift rod off. Got the first one loosened, so we'll take that loose. So I unloosen this little bolt right here. They got a bolt up here at the top you need to unloose. And it's a number 10 too. So now what we do, gotta just pretty much spin it and spin it off. Spin off the top. Once we have that off, we can start to assemble the other piece. Now we could take it off. So this is the original shift link. We're gonna keep this to the side just in case I do wanna sell this bike. Probably not, but gonna put that to the side and then start to put together the actual QuickShifter. We have all the pieces out, the QuickShifter assembly, the clamp, the nut, and like the actual piece that will go on the bottom of this piece. So let's get it started, get it all back together. As you can see, we have the bottom, the shifter, and the piece up here. So we're gonna put this side facing up. So we'll put this one down here. Put that one, oh crap. All right, there we go. Got it going on there. So we're just gonna get it all together for now, and then we're gonna have to get the measurements right. So that's what we're doing now, trying to get everything together. And then once we have that together, then we're gonna put everything in its rightful spot. So now I'm gonna put this nut onto the actual shifter assembly so that it can already be on there so we don't forget. So there we go. Gotta untangle it, and then there we have it right there. Now we're gonna put this piece on here. Screw it on there, nice and securely. Actually, hold up, I'm gonna redo something because I don't like the way this is going. So let me take this piece off because I want to get this piece on here first, securely before I start. Because I don't want to have to twist this piece around. So put this piece on first. I think that would be the best like way to go. You don't have to like twist it like crazy up here. You just put it on here and just get it on there. There we go. So we can get that top piece already good, so we don't have to keep like twirling around like a million damn times. But that's the worst part, having to twirl this thing around. All right, so now we have that piece on. Now we go and put this piece on now. Okay, now I put that bottom piece on here. All right, so now we got it together, as you can see. Got the original nut at top and bottom. We have the extender with the nut right there. So now we're gonna get this distance right here and this distance down here, right? And it needs to be 237.4 plus or minus, like is like the margin of error, but 237.4 millimeters. And I'll convert that to inches right here. So yeah, now we gotta just measure from this point to this point, 237.4 meters. All right, so I think I got it to where it needs to be measured at. So now I'm gonna tighten everything down, which is the fun part because you don't want things to move. So then once I tighten everything down, I'm gonna pair everything back together. Use the same 10 mil that we had, just tighten everything down. All right, got it tight. We just want to check the measurement one more time because it possibly could have moved when I tighten everything up, because you know, things like to move, because everything is like, this can unloosen this and this can unloosen that, so you gotta be very careful when it comes to it. I think we're on the money, and I could put this little clamp on. This clamp right here goes at the top right there, so that nothing will move. And then we go ahead and like plug this into the bike right in there. So I ran into an issue, and I guess this is what this is saying. There's a clip on the actual part right here. So you gotta take that clip off before you can plug this one in. I didn't know that, but that's what this in the figure 3 is saying. You pull out this clip, and you can plug it in. So yeah. Make sure you read the damn directions. So I'm gonna take this clip off now and then put it on, because I'm not gonna ever put it back on, so yeah. Damn. So I was able to get the clip off, so this clip was in there. So you gotta take this clip off in order to put this clip in, because they're like the same clips, pretty much. This is just like the cover piece, just to protect the wires of that piece. So now we're gonna connect this piece into this piece. There we go. Let's slide this black thing back down, because I have to pull it off just to get to it. All right, there we go. I route this the correct way so it won't be moving all around. So I'm gonna put a zip tie up on here and put it down in there so it'll sit nicely. And then put a zip tie right there so it won't move. Then I'm gonna have that piece right here, right back towards here to where it's like out the way. So got it zip tied right here, where it's on there. I got it zip tied right there, so it's not like sitting right on like the engine block. So yeah, that's how you're gonna have it. Should be good in the hood. Now everything's sitting pretty. All right, so there we go. We have it all hooked up. I'm gonna go back and like tighten these and all this, like get them like a real tighten. Then I'm gonna start the process of like actually getting the QuickShifter to show up with the bike. So yeah, that's where we're standing right now. All right, so now that we have that done, everything installed, everything's tightened and routed. Zip tie right there. Yeah, got a zip tie right there. Going into the actual QuickShifter assembly. I'm gonna redo the zip tie. I don't want it like loose. I want it snug. But after that, we're gonna start the process of actually calibrating the QuickShifter, and then we should be good. Then we'll go for a ride. All right, so number 1, it says pull up on the vehicle shifter and hold. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna come down here and pull up. Now we're gonna turn the ignition from off to on. God damn it, there we go, it's on. Hold the shifter in the position for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we release and we go and turn it off. And it should be done, and it should say a QS on the screen. So let's see. Let's just turn it back on and see. Bruh. All right, so I had to do these steps quite a few times. I did have the bike on its stand, so I don't know if that affected it, but I have it on the kickstand now, and when I put it on the kickstand, I had like unplugged the plug a few times, plugged it in, unplugged it, plugged it in, and also had it on the stand. I took it off, put it on this kickstand, and now we see that the QS symbol is right here for the QuickShifter. So you may have to play around with it a little bit. I thought something was wrong, but sometimes it's not always yeah. Sometimes you don't count the 10 seconds enough, or you don't do like the steps in like the perfect time. But yeah, you got the QuickShifter symbol up, and you can also control it in the YRC settings. If you go over to all modes, you see the QuickShifter up and QuickShifter down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there you have it, the QuickShifter installation on the 2025 Tracer 9. And there's my Z900 Molina. I don't have a name for this bike yet, but we'll get to that. So yeah, there she is.
All right, so we have the QuickShifter. You see that it's telling me that I can shift down because I'm in 6th gear, highest gear. So let's shift down. Now we're in 5th gear, and it works actually pretty smooth. Haha! There we go, baby. So the installation was kind of, you know, weird at like some points. We were able to get it done, but glad that I'm able to do it. And my bad if the wind noise is like crazy. I do have a new windshield coming in, so that should hopefully fix that. Just kind of like bring down like the wind noise just a little bit, and like the buffeting right in my face. So yeah, now we're just cruising. I'm just gonna drive around and see how it feels. Yeah, so far it feels good, nice and smooth. The bike is still in like the brake, and so I'm probably not going to use it too much. I just wanted just to have it so when I do get like the bike fully unlocked, we can really have some fun, you know, have a while. So I'm just going to drive around for a little bit, see how it feels, get used to it, and then we'll go from there. So far it feels actually pretty nice. But most of the time I'm going to just shift like normal, just because. Still in the braking, so I want to break it in right, and not just solely rely on the QuickShifter. And I feel like it works a little bit better if you're like on it though. Like if you're giving like the beams, oh yeah, it's smooth as crap. There we go. Yeah, it feels nice. It feels nice. And I like how you can set it to where if you want it to be up or down or both. I may turn like the down off. I do like the downshift myself. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. This is actually my first QuickShifter on the bike. Even though, because the thing is, I would have bought one with a QuickShifter, but in the US we only got the base model and not the GT and GT Plus. So yeah, it's just fun to ride because like I'm not hunched over on the sport bike, even though my naked bike is not really the most comfortable bike in like the world due to like mainly it's not the wind that gets me, it's the goddamn seat. Like after like an hour and 30, my ass be hurting. I may change something. Let me probably turn. I don't know what like 2 or 1 mean. I have no idea. I'm gonna turn the downshift off and turn the upshift on 1. Yeah, it's just smooth, and it's gonna sound a lot better when I get a pipe on here. I am going to go with a full exhaust on this bike because you kind of have to. That is what I'll do when that time comes, but it probably won't be for a while. I'm still trying to get the braking miles done. Yeah, this QuickShifter is nice, man. Oh, I got a QuickShifter and cruise control. Haha, baby. Now we're sitting with the. Now I can. Oh, not like a long trip. Oh, I can eat those now. Now I can like rest my damn hand. It's like my hand begins tired sometimes. You be riding like this for so long, your shit just gets tired. So the QuickShifter is working fine straight out the box. I did have like a little like oopsies, or like it didn't, when I followed the directions, it like didn't come on like the first time exactly. So, but we should be fine now because like it hasn't done anything weird. That's why I want to do a test ride just to get a feel for it. Just make sure that everything is okay. And the installation was easy as crap. It didn't take that long to do. Probably like 30 minutes working with that fire. Yeah, but this was just a quick video just to show the installation and me testing out the QuickShifter, because I was kind of excited to put it on. And it wasn't cheap too. It was like 300 bucks. No, it was 200 bucks. I'm tripping. What that cost would have been probably factored into like the bike if it was like the GT model. I think the GT model and the GT Plus comes with all the bells and whistles. So I'm fine with the bass. Yeah, I'm fine with the bass. I don't need all the bells and whistles and all that. I'm cool. Because the more tech you have with the bike, I feel like, the more likely it is to break. So yeah, not gonna be dealing with that. That's all I have for this one. Y'all take care and y'all be safe. And this was the installation of the QuickShifter on the 2025 Tracer 9, baby.